In the fast car. What is this love? What are so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. On one sideline, the head coach of the Bears. His guys enjoyed a win at home to begin the season, now facing their first road test here. Glad to have you with us, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call. That is punter Jack Fox with the honors here. And we're off in Detroit. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
He's somebody who has made a career of extending and creating plays. And there are oftentimes, Kate, where I just would sit aghast. How did he do that? How does he make that throw on the run? Now he's got to take the spectacular and just add a whole level of consistency.
Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper... Direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And nothing to it after the catch. A good gain on it. They're down to the 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
The defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up second down. Out of the shotgun, again to Swift. Only a yard for that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down. Here's Williams. And the Lions are there to bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's fourth down.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He has it at the 13. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, he's got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback. A guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Number 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. First down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but man, that's doing pretty quickly. No gain on that.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
180.
Off to the air now. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. Tackle made at the 47.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third and just 2 to go.
Rick, what? 120. Tiger. Super.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete to St. Brown. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point to this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
180.
On first down, it's Gibbs. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Connects on run to Jamison Williams. And this one does not go far.
Well, much credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Hold on. Check. 180. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. What's that?
Throwing is gone. Laporta with the grab. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
At the 3-yard line.
Gibbs will not get past the line. He's held up at 4. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point.
120. Value 3.
Goff setting to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Running with Swift out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Set up the screen here to Swift. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback, but on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Tyreek Hill to touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And it's an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Gets 16 yards on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
We go tonight. 180. What's that?
First down throw from Goff. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's Gall. Throwing the out route complete. They get this down to 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Super one. Attack.
A give left side for Gibbs. Still has some space inside the 35. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down that 17-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
Hot. Black 20. Turbo.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second-quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Going after up and good from Bates. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bears 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. The Bears and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Williams on first down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's Swift on second down. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down Bears.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Staying grounded with Swift. He's got room to roll. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Williams will look to throw. Connecting with his back here. Swift. And he's brought down at the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down. If you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. After the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now the Lions Lions calling a timeout. Their first.
For the Bears field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points. They're going to feel good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Dortch now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brocky's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. That front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
We're good. We're 180.
Drive begins with Gibbs. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Obama.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and then picks up the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Goff on first and 10. Taken in by Williams outright. He takes this forward a little to about the 39. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Still to go here. This is second down. From the gun, call. This one to Williams out left side. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for the receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. 180. Ric Flair. Switch.
Running for the marker, it's Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Go tonight. Right 20.
Shotgun snap here to go. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Detroit.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
DC. Go tonight. 180. Maverick Wall. Tiger.
Goff to the air now. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
Wow.
Obama, Obama, Obama.
Goff on third. Looking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. Maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Incomplete. It's now fourth down.
Bates' kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive. Gain off of points, and remember, we'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. Making some progress here. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL. But it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
A give to Gibbs to start the third. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Like 20.
Another one for Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule.
A gain of 2.
You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Second and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
180. Hey, lift! Lift!
Out of the shotgun. Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. 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 Turn his TV off.
First down from the 41. Throwing is gone. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Goff setting the throw. He finds Smith. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
Is taken down behind
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12.
20. 5. Listen.
Goff back to throw. Complete left side. It's just long. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, and the Bears loading up that secondary. They're in dime.
180. Hey, 5. What's that?
3rd and long for him here. Brought in. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could go in underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Bates tacks on an extra point. And the Lions double their lead to 14.
Bears 10.
Fox now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Working from the gun, Williams. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure owning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So out now comes the punter. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Lions get ready to return to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
White 20. What?
Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one. They've got the football, too. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Cut. 180. Super. I got it. Cut.
Looking to throw. Gone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd
Well,
down.
that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now.
Black 20. What's that?
Now gone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Bears have some new life in the 4th.
I think you can almost sense a little bit of hesitance sprung out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and that'll be first down, Chicago.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. Waited to his running back. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10.
First down, here's Swift. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
Aiden Hutchinson on the tackle. Tackled back at the 35.
Williams from the gun. It's caught left side by Hill. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Has him on the quick hitter. And the defense escapes. They have a nice run going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on down.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Gibbs now from the gun. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, ruin it right at them.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Bears decide to call their first time out. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
180. Super.
They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
180.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's trying to push the field. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to... vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bears about set for their next possession. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First down, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive. To throw is Williams. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 5.
Third down. Here's Williams. Got his man. Thomas has it. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. First and 10. Got to score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. Throwing now. Another shotgun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Terry on Arnold has it. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Lions stretch their lead to 21.
31. Bears 10. Jack Fox.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Chicago getting set to take the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he crosses the sideline, a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Running behind center with Swift. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Christian Izzian on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up third.
From the ground on third, it's Williams. Trying to push deep downfield. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chuck Clark has it. And the Lions bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
Pass intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. So you know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
180! Move! What?
They're going to pass it here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Going deep here for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions put up even more points in a win. Bates snap for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions grow their lead yet again.
38. Bears 10. Jack Fox.
Fox now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
At the 34-yard line.
Swift gets it again on second down. Not much space available there, maybe two, and that brings up third down.
37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
I'll air it out on third. Complete beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down Bears.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone. When things happen so fast, those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got him the football.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So now it's going to be third and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So positive notes at the very end in this loss. The Bears putting up points in a game decided. And that one is through. So take a final point off of what's still a pretty big lead as this game comes to a close. So it's one for the win column for the Lions. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as